All right, so somebody on our panel today thinks that the Rockets may have given you false hope.
I'm kind of lost.
We call that a contrarian.
Yeah. Who that is?
Okay.
The
all right.
hell?
And look, we're hearing Deandre Jordan could have been with the Cavs. Did they make a mistake by not getting him?
Paul George, Deandre, everybody in the league.
All right, here we go. Most creative dunk? Nah.
Oh, that part. Hold on. He didn't need the people there.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota.
Insane.
All right, well, welcome to Sports Nation.
Creative wasn't the word there.
Here, joined by Marcellus Wiley, LZ Granderson, and Mike Gola Jr. is filling in. How are you? Welcome. You haven't been here before.
I know. Good. Glad to be back. The new Sports Nation. Come and check out the game.
What about this guy? Do you know him, right?
Oh, yeah, I know Ryan a little bit. I can feel the heat emanating from that side of the table.
You dunked on him in the NBA? No, wrong sport.
No, wait a minute.
ESPN Rec League.
Oh, got it.
That's just like the league.
Got it. Meanwhile,
that's the big three.
All right, fellas, let's get it started. We're going places. Presented by Toyota. So you're changing things and saying there could be a chance. The Rockets, all gas, no breaks last night. Beat the Warriors, tied the series. Harden and CP3 went hard at Steph, while Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker had on an awful shirt after game. Combined for 49 points. After the game, I know, right? Steve Kerr gave the Rockets props. Today, though, Mark Spears said it was all about the Warriors. Let's listen.
The thing about them is their focus is always all over the place. They win a great game, and then they come back, and it's not the same. It's not the same focus. It's not the same team. I don't get it. I haven't seen that in too many great teams where you have a high and then a letdown. So to me, the Warriors beat themselves more than anybody else beats them.
All right. Well, that's fair. Meanwhile, so Ryan, let me say this to you. You played with CP3 and Trevor. Now they go back to Oracle. Is this going to be an entirely different game? Will they have their focus back?
I know the competitors that they are, but they don't have a chance.
Go here.
We've competed against the Warriors in the playoffs, and playing them in our house versus going on the road, those dudes run twice as fast. They shoot twice as much better. And you can expect a different performance out of everybody. Those injuries, those little nagging wounds seem to go away at Oracle.
What about Steph?
Steph is going to be all right. Steph is going to be all right. He's always been injured. There's always an ankle. There's always a knee. There's always something. But when he gets behind that home crowd, he's a different beast. He's a different animal. And unfortunately, I've seen it before.
All right, so he's saying it's not a series.
Well, let me, for clarification purposes, he was on the team with them but didn't play with them. If y'all know about Ryan Hollins, not necessarily
Welcome
not
back.
necessarily in the game at the same time. Blah, blah, blah. All right, you talk about my boys, I got to come back at you, even though you're my boy. Here's the thing I hate from coaches, and this is coaches speak, and it's coming from a reporter, which is amazing. That means osmosis has occurred. If everything that we do actually occurs in execution, we'll win the game.
Yeah.
Every damn team left, if things happen the way that they design them, they're going to win the game. If LeBron gets help from the others, aren't they going to win those games? If Boston has their young core playing great defense and putting up buckets, then they're going to go out there and win the game. So this is a classic moment for a Wileyism. And this is what happened yesterday. It's not just attention, but intention to detail. What we saw from the Rockets wasn't just, hey, we know what to do, all the little things. It was, we're doing them with a purpose, getting into our shot clock, initiating offense early. That's what they did
So
yesterday.
we have a series yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we got a series, girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought we had a series at the game one because my belief when it comes to NBA playoffs is when a road team wins on the road, you got a series. Now, I do believe that the Warriors probably were satisfied because they came there to get a split, and they got it.
They did.
But I also believe that the Rockets found some things that they can take to Oracle that can make it much more competitive. I still think that the Warriors are going to win in 6, but in my opinion, 6 games is a series.
To me, a series indicates that there's some doubt about the outcome. And I don't have any doubt that Golden State's going to be the one standing at the end of this. So to me, I'm at the same place as when I started in this. And I understand all the points made. But this Golden State team, I heard, and Mark was correct in that you don't see a lot of great teams traditionally who have this kind of highs and lows. This is really the prototype millennial team. They understand how good they are. They've got the receipts to back it up. And so when they feel themselves a little bit too much, they got humbled by a team that was finally prepared to actually give them some of their own medicine.
So what's going to happen when they go back to Oracle? Oracle.
I mean, the same thing we expected to happen. They're going to go back. They're going to run things at Oracle in this series. I said the same thing as LZ, home over in 6.
Well, look, they have got a lot of confidence. Mark Spears is exuding that same cockiness because the X factor is going to be hobbled more than likely. Look at Chris Paul in this situation, what happened to him at the end of that game, not playing at the end of the game, icing his Achilles. We know 2 things about Chris Paul, unfortunately, in the playoffs. Costly turnovers when you don't really want them, and he's
Don't remind me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be reminded,
right,
dog. We don't
and
need
you remember?
And
Injuries at the wrong time, man. And look at that. That's not a normal post-game routine right there.
Wait, time out. He says he's the X factor, but you said they're not competitors like the
They're not going to compete. The game plan, the chess match hasn't started. And when you play playoff basketball, the same team 7 games straight or 4-1, as we're going to see, you start to make adjustments. And Golden State didn't adjust in game 2. They threw out the same game plan and said, we're going to see what they have.
There is one encouraging sign. Harden only made 9 shots last night, and they still blew them out.
I mean, they could be better.
You called it, L. You did call that.
All right, folks, we can say congratulations. Dwayne Casey led the Raptors to the best record in the East in the playoff berth. So, naturally, he was fired. That's how it works. Yesterday, Casey was named a finalist for NBA Coach of the Year, and the Raptors sent out a congratulatory tweet. I have no problem with that. I thought it was classy because they did actually help that
That's
team.
why you my dog.
LZ, your take on that?
I think they should have sent him a text.
Oh, come on.
Check.
Send him a text and say, make it personal. Just say, hey, I'm sorry things didn't work out for us, but congratulations on your success. Because when you do that publicly, you get jokes. And that's what they got. They got joked on by everyone in media. Why? Because you fired the dude. Now you look incompetent. But if you just said, you know, we recognize the shine. It didn't work out for us, but we're still proud of you. Do it privately. Don't do it publicly.
They sent a text to fire him. That's how the game goes. Like, you ever get cut by text? Hands up in the air.
When it mattered,
They
already got the text.
Now, what about the tweet? You have a problem with that?
I got a big problem with the tweet. Listen, this is a nice disguise to talk about relationship politics. And I would tell the Toronto Raptors, lose my number after this, because what did you do? You gave me as an organization minimal effort for the time I was there. You didn't give me anything extra to try and help me. I sat there and helped make your team better and better each year. I got us our best record in the 1 seed. And what do? You say, you know what, I think I want to see other people. That's fine. But lose my number, lose my friend's number, and don't try and come and act like everything is cool when we're in public.
Hold on, Golick, man. Let's stay in the relationship politics, because you sound like the cat that meet the new girl and say, you know what, I'm going to burn all the old letters from my ex, tear up all the pictures, hide them in the attic. You know what? I like when you can still respect what y'all had. And what they had was a coach of the year. So even though you're gone, I'm still going to wish you well because of what we had.
Oh, you don't have to lose what you had, but at the same time, coming out and trying to do this show for public so people don't think you're the bad guy now as an organization.
A little bit. Yeah, that is fair. You got
this is PR. This is all
good point.
It's bad PR.
I played for Coach Casey. He's one of the most down-to-earth, coolest.
You were on the team, Ryan.
Hey, Marcel, are we doing this on show long, Marcellus?
Let him give
Inside joke. That's how we play.
But he's 11 teams.
Let him be.
Seriously,
Go ahead, sir.
for one of the most down-to-earth individuals I've ever played for, been coached by, he has to feel some type of way about this. Because I feel some type of way. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, you cannot shoot that out. Like, there's nothing that's okay about that.
But if you are on a team and then you got released, whatever it may be, and you go somewhere else, but they still wish you something well or something good that happened when you were there, you're sitting there now and you're going to dismiss that?
Marcellus is too soon.
No.
Too soon? Give me the roses when I can smell them.
No, Marcellus is making a good point, guys, because it's classy for them just to say it. We all know they did him dirty, and we all knew he was getting fired. Nobody was surprised once they got swept, right?
Yeah, Kerry, but there's a difference between a player being released because there could be other factors besides their actual product that they produce. Could be financial, could be they decided they want to bring in someone else. When you fire a coach, you're saying you weren't good enough.
No, we're not.
Nah, that's the old era. That used to be the way you got fired.
Okay, is it contract restriction?
No,
too much money?
George Karl went through this.
We're trying to appease a fan base. So he's a figurehead on the sidelines, and we need to do something because we just got swept and we was the number 1.
You got to reset the fans.
You're trying to appease the fan base. So you take the guy who gave you the greatest franchise history season of all time, and you fire him because you're trying to compete.
I'm sorry, what world do we live in?
Because you know your limits with him.
I'm going to tell you something that Keyshawn said this morning, and I agree 100%. When you start listening to the fans, you'll be sitting right next to them, and that's what's going to happen.
That's real.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. According to a report from the Athletic's Jason Lloyd, LeBron James and Ty Lue wanted and tried to make a run at DeAndre Jordan before the trade deadline. The Cavs brass ultimately decided to go against his wishes and pick up some backups instead. Ryan, you played 2 seasons for everyone. I don't want Marcellus.
31 NBA teams, only 30 of them out there.
You played 2 seasons with DeAndre Jordan, out of respect. Tell me your take. Would they have been a better team if they got DeAndre Jordan?
Of course they would have. And I was in the locker room with Ty Lue.
That's right. That's right. You played with David Stern, too, did you?
Oh, my God. Ty Lue ran our defense, and he brought the best out of DeAndre in that season, and he grew so much as a player, and he knows what he can bring to the table. Not to mention, LeBron is a special talent, not for what he can do for himself, but for what he does for others. Yeah. And DeAndre Jordan, with his ceiling, would have gotten the most out of LeBron, and he'd help LeBron and that team defensively by picking up a lot of all their mistakes, all the blow-bys, all the defensive efforts or botched coverages. That's what DeAndre could do. So that's why Lue wanted him. That's why we had something special. We had something special, Marcellus, and he could have been bringing to the table right now.
I thought it would have been a tremendous asset for them. Not just what he does on the court, which is going to help others. You talk about his rebound, and every single year DeAndre Jordan has improved to the point where even his free throw shooting now is around 60%, and people are still giving him those jokes. This is a guy who constantly works on his game, does it with a smile, and has the best ego that you want from a guy who's going to get you ricochet buckets, but not demand the basketball. That's what Cleveland needed.
But I understand why they didn't pull the trigger, because chances are the Clippers wanted more than just players. They probably wanted that pick. And if LeBron is not going to sign long-term with the team, he can't give up that pick. So for all the things that he could have done for them this season, smartly, which I rarely say about Dan Gilbert and his organization, they were looking past just this season and saying, you know what, we're not sure if LeBron's going to be here.
You're okay with LeBron leaving? They're letting him go. That's what you're saying.
There's no guarantee he's going to stay, whether you have him or not. And they're rated like this, and he took off from Miami.
And they're not going to mortgage more of their future to keep a guy they already think is gone, especially because I don't think this move, the one thing that we all thought could keep him sticking around was a championship. I don't think DeAndre Jordan, based on the other championship LeBron teams that we've seen, fits that mold that gives them the championship ceiling. Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, stretch bigs, guys that can get out and help space, because ultimately that's still where LeBron is best.
Golic, in short, you're saying that LeBron is coming to Los Angeles, and we brought you here to actually take off your shirt because we want to see what your abs look like. Coming up next, it's working out. And
okay. I'm about to say, where'd that come from?
You got to make a return. Are you guys all in on this comeback?
Boy, he ain't ate a carb in 10 years. SportsNation.
SportsNation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
But you can't live without it. Living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you. Hey, I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Hey, I wanna be with. I wanna be with you.
Welcome back to SportsNation, presented by Toyota.
Bad news, is time for jeers. Three jeers. That's right. 1 year for Athletics outfitter Chad Pinder.
Hamstring.
Pinder gets out and throw the ball. What happened?
Where'd the ball go?
Trying to throw it.
Lost luggage.
Oh, man. Look at that. They don't even care. Money ball. Guaranteed contract, bro.
Right. 2 jeers for Angels shortstop Zach Cozart. Cozart loses control of the ball, drops it before he can get it out.
2 years.
Cozart. Let it go.
Oh, come on. Oh, no.
You imagine what happened? Just imagine if that was a football player doing something. They're just chilling after it. Like, all right, well.
Okay, so is this really 3 jeers for Steph Curry?
A little bit.
CP3 drops Steph. Is that necessary?
Dandada, easy supercut. Time to get him back.
That's basketball.
Yeah, payback. Hey, Steph.
Sit down.
It's all right, Steph.
He's just not.
Was that the same, though?
No, Steph's still winning that war.
And you're right about that.
Yeah.
He got it.
But Chris got a lot of...
He's catching up, though.
Meanwhile, welcome back to Sports Nation. You guys, this is interesting. So we're going to get started with some topics. It's T.O.'s time, and that's a question mark. T.O. posted this video on Twitter letting us know he's still ready to play and he's in shape. So here he is. According to Marcellus, he has never ate a carb.
Dog, this dude's discipline, next level.
T.O.'s explaining what his situation is. Take a listen.
Hey, OBJ, there's Brian. I know y'all in L.A. Come on, let's get this work. Hit me up on the cellar, 678-977. You got the rest.
Well, so, Ryan, my producer tells me you had a chance to chat with T.O.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely did. And unlike Marcellus's weak workout videos, this guy's actually preparing to get back in the NFL.
Say it again.
And he shot me a few messages. We talked and essentially said, look, I'm one of a kind.
Yeah.
There's nobody else like me.
Yeah.
And if anybody can beat the odds, it's him. And I had to sit back and think, like, maybe I can take this thing serious. Think about it. T.O. is a guy who had a broken leg, came back and contributed in a Super Bowl. He's 44, but the dude looks like he's 24.
So you're saying, he said there's no one like him. He's the only one who can do it. That doesn't sound like T.O., does it?
I'm dead on T.O. We don't even need to confirm that. That's T.O. Here's the thing about T.O. This is a dumb idea for one reason. No, it's a dumb idea because it resets his Hall of Fame candidacy, which postponed 1 year already. So if he comes back, he's going to have to wait another 5 years, and you don't want to give them voters another chance to look at T.O.'s resume the way they treated him. But in all reality, I love T.O. Second or third best receiver all time, not even a question. Don't tweet me about that. This is a dude that ran just a month ago a 4.50 randomly out there on the track. Saw with my own eyes on the video. And if you're trying to say that he can't be one of the 5 receivers on any team, 32 teams, 160 wide receivers, you don't know the game of football. T.O. still could play.
Let me ask you a question. Who has better workout videos, Marcellus or T.O.?
I don't know. Marcel's got the bands. He's got all the accessories.
There it is.
I appreciate the tools as someone who's trying to also make my workouts look better than they probably are.
Taking your shirt off anyway.
I'm waiting. Listen, you gotta pay
Marcellus got all the props, don't he? Like, he's out there actually working out. He takes the props and be like, ugh.
I just don't want to see him in leggings. That's what I'm tired of.
Oh, it's coming.
Pants on,
It's coming, brother. 10 more pounds. It's coming.
Why doesn't he just become a fitness guru? Why risk getting concussions and stuff and being the 5th receiver on some random NFL team when you can create your own empire as a fitness guru?
In all seriousness, his competitive spirit, T.O., the distance that he traveled from day one, 3rd round receiver to who he became, 3rd best in the league ever. That dude, you can't shut that off, man. And he doesn't want to shut it off. He's still disciplined. Went to dinner for his Hall of Fame celebration. The dude is still eating perfectly.
All right,
at a celebration. This dude's next level.
Look in on this. Your take.
No, well, listen, I respect the commitment to it. I respect what it takes. And I respect that he's out here cutting promos like that, showing I can still try and be whatever I want to be. Like, hey, listen, Adriana Lima, Fabio, 860-796. You know the rest. Let's get this modeling gig, because the link is in the bio, but if no one's calling, it doesn't really mean a whole lot.
All right, so here we go, guys. Yesterday, we had a discussion. Marcellus and I immediately bonded on this, that it's good to have Kevin on set time.
There it is.
No, you
That's my wife.
There it is.
Jamel Hill sees the show, and I tweet about it. She starts a Twitter storm. She says crazy things like, ketchup on tacos is the clearest sign of the apocalypse is upon us. It's been nice knowing y'all. The savages have won. Thankfully, my boy Adam Jones had my back. He came to save the day. He essentially says, hella love ketchup on my tacos along with hot sauce. These morons don't gotta eat your plate, so please enjoy. Make me some also. So Golic, I want to ask you this, and fellas, for those who haven't tried this, we've got a special treat for you all here today. That's what we do. You get a car, you get a car, you not. We're going to get you some tacos with ketchup.
Okay.
What do you think about the idea of eating tacos with ketchup?
Wait, they were serious about this.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, I'm open to pretty much anything. I was told there'd be extra ketchup, though. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all
Go get it, goalie.
You guys, do we have extra ketchup
got a
for
little
Golic?
bit of extra. Can we someone talk
Golic Jr. needs extra ketchup.
Don't do half measures out.
guys,
This was a joke, Carrie.
No, we're serious.
This is a spoof.
So it's ground beef, it's onions, and it's ketchup. Go ahead, have a bite.
That ain't my
Marcellus
wife.
and I-
Yeah, we eat them like that normal.
But tell them about why it's so homemade.
Oh, you got to do the homemade version with the ground beef. You got to have the orange
don't make me
juice,
look bad,
that
Golic.
grease coming down your elbow. Your wife got to still be over there frying them tortillas.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Fry them hard.
Fry them hard. Oh, man, a big bite. You just go all in, huh? Boy,
Not
DC
bad.
diving.
Not bad. Tell the truth.
He's still chewing.
I gotta say,
It's good. It's good.
it's kind of nice.
Yeah, a little sweet.
Go ahead,
It's that little bit of sweet.
The sweet better than the spice.
Look at me. I'm in here in the kitchen cooking it up.
Take a picture of that. We ain't gonna see that often.
Never.
I'm about to say.
That is
Uh-oh, we got a problem.
Brian?
Yes,
Yeah.
there it is.
It's
He's down
good.
there. lot of chewing. I'm a little worried about Ryan. Ryan ain't chewing. Chew, Ryan. Ryan don't want it. He doesn't want it. Would you, LZ, nah?
Nah, it's not a Friday for
I got plenty.
Yeah,
It's really good. Tell them the truth.
It's the best thing
It's
going.
homemade.
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 Don't go to Del Taco and put ketchup on that. We're talking about homemade ground
I don't know
beef.
where else you coming from.
I'll
You're
make
not
you-
doing that.
I'll make you guys some tomorrow. Seriously, homemade.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Coming up next, though.
He only took one bite. Notice that he had
I'm about to say, oh, miss. That's our
Now
boy.
it's time for winners and losers. First up, winner, housing market, folks. The house in Hamptons that was used to recruit Kevin Durant to Golden State Warriors now on sale for a mere $15 million. 5 bedrooms, that's plenty of space. A heated pool. So I'm going to go with you first, Golick. Are you willing to buy that house in Hamptons if you had $15 million?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about this millennial thing. I'm too busy chugging avocado toast to be able to afford this. If anyone wants to loan me some of this, it'd be nice. And as long as they're willing to change the nickname. Let's go Weekend at Bernie's. Mix it up.
All right, Marcellus, you're the only one with $15 million sitting in the...
Yeah, and in New York, y'all with that overrated fake Malibu out there, Hamptons, it's so
Fake
corny.
Malibu.
It's so corny.
Loser,
Hours from the
punch.
city.
Yesterday's game against the Mariners, Texas Rangers pitcher Bartolo Colon took 101, over 100 per mile, 100 hour. You get what I'm saying, mile per hour.
Get it out, girl.
Right to the gut. I'm trying to get it.
I'm sure he had
Notice
enough.
it?
I'm about to say
That was-
he had enough cushion for that. He handled that well. Let's just say that.
Like he ate
Everybody
everything
needs
else.
some cushion.